Okay, everyone. Today is Saturday, January 24. Let's take a look at the market, and then we take a look at some of the stock, especially some of the big cap tech stock scheduled to report earnings next week, such as Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Google. So before we do that, let's just quickly go to the indexes and see what have transpired last week in the market here. So for the Dow, we saw it book this trend line here and came up, and after four consecutive updates, we sort of expected the probability is favoring it to a little bit of a consolidation. Once we get over that 3-4 day of any kind of up or down day, then the chances are we're going to get a little bounce or a little pullback. Soon. How dramatic that is, then that's all depend on the sentiment. But right now, it kind of pulled back and came back down below this trend line, and so it seems to be not too bad. I mean, 100 some odd point. So in the normal circumstances, that 140 point is a big deal. But right now, after the previous big 260 point update, and we're also holding above this support here, essentially this September 18. No, that's September 19 closing high here. So essentially, right now we're looking at maybe consolidate a little bit and continue to push. If we could get up above this, this 17,900, 920 level, right, then there's a good chance that we might see the Dow Industrial come up and test this all-time high and possibly take out that all-time high and put in a fresh new all-time high. And then if we look at the transportation, the airline reported, and also Union Pacific reported good earning, and that's where we got that pop here, over 200 point pop, I believe. And then the following day, UPS kind of gave a sour note to the transportation and then pulled back. But still, it's kind of holding up at this support level here, right? That used to be resistant at this pivot point, somewhere around these, 89, 85 area. Okay, so we'll see how this thing hold up. Although it broke this trend line, and if it continue to push up and put in a new all-time high, then that'd be another signal from the Dow theory that kind of tell us that we should expect the industrial to put in a new all-time high. But in regardless, this new all-time high here is already kind of flag us that should be on the lookout for a possible new all-time high from the Dow Industrial. But right now, the transportation, depend. It could work itself back down. Then essentially, you could say it's making a little bit of a head and shoulder pattern, or basically just a big trading band, or you could say this is a double or triple top. But whatever it is, right now we essentially have to see, can it take out the previous high, or it's going to come down and break the support, essentially take out the September closing high here. Then we could see this market maybe come down and possibly test this October low. But for now, it still look decent as long as it hold above this area. Then if it consolidate here and then have another push, then it's still pretty positive. So right now it's pretty much still positive in the sense of the trend and the price action. And then we're looking at the S&P 500. Again, the S&P 500 actually got above just I believe like a point or so above this close here. I think it's 2062.14, and here is 2063. Yeah, 15. So 101. So it kind of pulled back also a little bit on Friday, option expiration, and there was a pin. So we were looking at the pin, so kind of expected, and it's kind of pulled back from this resistance. So we'll see how it's going to move next week. If we could take out this particular pivot high here, somewhere around the 2075, there's a good chance that it could come up and try to tag this 2090. 57, the previous, the current all-time high here. So again, it's essentially, just at a little bit of a consolidation, wouldn't be go screaming at power reversal or shorting this market or anything like that. I think the momentum is still on the uptrend. So, and then we take a look at the NASDAQ 100. The NASDAQ 100 been holding up fairly strong. As a matter of fact, it's still running at this 5 consecutive update here. Even though, yesterday all the indexes closed down, but the NASDAQ 100 actually closed up, slightly up. It's up 7.7, right? So a little bit less than 2%. So probably see it come up, maybe try to tag this 43.14. So depending on next week, like I said earlier, we're expecting, Apple, Google, Facebook, Amazon reporting. If those guys is doing great on their earning and those prices push up, you could see this thing explode to the upside and take out this high here, this multi-year high, 43.37, 43.38. So, but if any one of those have a hiccup, then we could see it come diving down here and maybe break below this 4100 and take out this this low here, somewhere around the 40.79, 40.80. And work itself down to this October low. So it's all depend on how the earning play out next week. So it's going to be critical to watch those earnings. And then here's the Russell. Right, the Russell here, we'll also see it try to break this little trend line here. So it's kind of hovering here, and if we could take out this level here, this 1197 area, 1197.98, then there's a good chance that it might run up and try to tag this 1219. Okay, the all-time high here. So, but if it come back down, we're looking at this this yellow area that I kind of have box out for potential support here. This 1154 here, essentially the this pivot low, and then also this December low down here, somewhere around the 1140 area. Okay, so that's the market, and let's take a look at Netflix. Netflix reported earning, and last week we said, if it could hold this earning gap, then there's a good chance that it's going to come up and fill this gap here, this previous earning gap. And we could see that actually filled this gap here and still working its way, because there could still be some long that got trapped here, waiting to get out. So we'll see how the price hold up, up in this this area here. If there's buyers stepping in to take out, to take the share from these weak hands, then we can see it consolidate a little bit here, and do this little what I call money transfer, and then we could probably see this stock continue to move up and maybe take out this 466, 467, and possibly come up and take out this high. But if the buyers step away, okay, then it could come down. If it come below this 395, then we could see this gap potentially get filled. So it's very critical to see how Netflix holding up in this area here versus how it holding up at this above this level, this 395.50 level. Okay. Then the other one we also was watching last week. We mentioned and also posted on Twitter that we saw this little bounce here, right? From this trend line, it came down, tagged this level here, came down to these pivot, tested these level, and came down to this trend line on this price channel, and kind of got a little bounce. And also on Friday, they got a little deal that they announced about with the NHL, wearing their camera on the hockey game, the All-Star game, that sort of thing. So it kind of got a little pop. So again, we were looking at this particular trend line here for potential resistance, or this particular channel trend line, and we can see that this trend line kind of poses a little bit of a resistance here and pushes it back down here and found support on the low trend line of the price channel. So right now, if it come up and take out this level here, this 53.60, 53.70, we want to see would be able to take out this this trend line, the resistance of this trend line. And if it does, then we can see it maybe work itself up to this price channel. And again, GoPro is not scheduled to report earnings until the 5th, next month. So that's 2 weeks away, I believe. So so it could come up, and kind of hover around here, maybe encounter some resistance on this trend line, push back a little bit, and just kind of sit here for a little bit until it's set up for earning. Then depending on how's the earning come out, and if it's come out positive, then maybe that would give it a lift to push it up to the upper trend line here on this price channel. And if it's not, then maybe we'll push it down and try to find some support somewhere down at these level here, which is also maybe in confluence with the lower trend line here. So depending how the market going to price it and where it's sitting at the time, getting close to earning. Okay. Then the other one is Tesla. Tesla, again, similar to GoPro, came down, got a little bounce off this price channel. And again, we saw this little trend line inside of the price channel here, kind of found some resistance here and kind of pushed back down. So we want to see, it came up and filled this gap. We want to see, would it be able to, penetrate this trend line and work itself up to this upper trend line here in this price channel, or would it encounter resistance? And again, I think, Tesla is scheduled to report on the 18th, so that's 3 weeks away, I believe. So so it might just kind of chop around here and maybe set it up to push it one way or the other to come up to this trend line and probably test this particular pivot high here. Or if earning is not good, then maybe it will push us down and take it below this pivot low and possibly a little bit lower, get down to this trend line here, maybe get down to this 174, 170 area. Okay, maybe this pivot low here. So that would be somewhere around this 178 or this low 176. Okay, so so those are the one that not scheduled, it's not reporting for next week. Now here's the one that we're going to look at that is reporting, and that's Apple, will be on Tuesday, I believe the 27th. Okay, so and what I have done is also highlighted the what the current option market is pricing in for the move. For Apple, it's pricing in somewhere around plus or minus 5.5%, and essentially a little bit over $6, somewhere around 6.20. So I mean that's based on yesterday's close and that kind of stuff. So it could vary a little bit as we approach. And I kind of update. I will update the chart or update the what I think the pricing level is as we when Monday's close, after Monday's close, and then we could do that. But for now, essentially, we see Apple kind of broken out of this price channel and kind of encounter a little bit of resistance here at this 113. Okay, so if we could take out this 114, 115 level. All right, so you can see that it's also forming like a little bit of a W here. Okay, so it's taking out this pivot high here. So if we could move and close out above this pivot high, then it could set up to move up. So maybe Apple is setting up to move up on the upside here and get up to this 119. That's basically where the option market is pricing it in right now, somewhere around that 119 level. And if it disappoints, then it will probably take it back down to this 106, 107 here. Essentially this this level here that also got a little bit of a a pivot level somewhere around this area, this 106.75. So that's what Apple is looking like right now. Essentially 119. Basically, it could very easily, if it's on the upside, get some positive momentum on the earning. It could come up and make a new all-time high here and take out the previous high. Okay, but if it's disappointing, then it probably could come back down and work itself down and retest this 103 level. Okay, and then the next one, I believe, the following day is Facebook. Okay, so the Facebook is reporting on the 28th. Right, again, the Facebook, the option market is pricing in somewhere around 6.3%, plus or minus 6.3%, which is somewhere around 490. Okay, so essentially I got this highlighted somewhere around the upside, somewhere around this 8270, and then the downside is somewhere around the 73 area, 7290, or somewhere around there. Okay, so you can see that Facebook, we're looking at this trend line here, okay, and it broke this trend line and then immediately popped back up. Okay, so and then right now it's kind of sitting back up at this trend line here, and trying to take out this level, this 78.27, this pivot level here. So maybe you're just going to chop around here and then make a push up or a breakdown and come back and retest this 73 level here at these this pivot low here somewhere around here. So so that's the key for Facebook is if we see this thing come up to this 78, 79 level and getting ready for the earning, then maybe someone knows something, right, that trying to push up to that 82. But of course, this could be a little bit of a gamesmanship here and try to fake us out or something. But I don't trade to earning anyway, so it doesn't matter what they do. I just watch. But but for some of those of you that are trained to earning, then those are some of the things to watch, keep an eye on. Okay. Then the following one, I believe, is Amazon. Okay. No, maybe it's when is okay. I go back to Twitter. Let me go to Twitter. Twitter is scheduled, the 5th, or right. Okay, and we see Twitter kind of got a little bounce back up here within this channel. We're basically was looking at something like a potential bear flag, right? But it got a nice bounce off of this trend line here. Okay, so but right now it still have to be able to come up and maybe take out this 4174, and the key level it really needs to take out is the 43. Okay, so maybe in the in this earning report it will resolve the direction where it's going to go. Is it going to come back up and fill this gap, or it's going to come back down and retest this low here? Okay, down at this 30 level. Okay. So, and let's go on with Amazon. Okay, I think Amazon reported the same day as Google. So let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon, we're basically looking at this descending triangle, and it came down to this baseline here and got a little bounce. It seems like every time they came down to this level or close to it, got a nice bounce. So right now, we see Amazon is getting a nice bounce, and the market so far is a little bit away, but so far I think the Amazon is pricing in a plus or minus 8%, which is somewhere around almost $25, plus or minus $25 move. And essentially it will put this thing up at the level of somewhere around 337, okay, a little bit over 337 on the upside, which is close to this pivot high here. Okay, to the low of 287.50 somewhere around there. So essentially coming back down to this low. Okay, and that's basically where the market is pricing it right now. So we'll see how Amazon holding up. See could it make its move, to this trend line prior to earning. But so just have to wait and see. Again, these are big cap tech stock, got a lot of influence on the Nasdaq 100. So the Q will be will be influenced by this. And then on the same day as Google. So also Google, we also got this price channel, and booked this price channel right now. It seems like it's building up this nice little double bottom, this W here. Right? Okay, so maybe it will come up and tag this earning price target. Right now, the market is pricing Google to move plus or minus 4.5%, which is somewhere around $24, plus or minus $24. So on the upside, it would be somewhere around the 566. So it's close to the 567. Okay, this level here, right? These pivot level, over here. Okay, and then on the downside, it will be somewhere around 517, 518. So it'll be down at this level here. So probably somewhere around this low here, this pivot low. Okay, so those are the stock that are gonna make a little bit of a influence on the Nasdaq and probably in the market as a whole because they are also sitting in the S&P. Like Apple got a lot of influence on the S&P 500. So just good luck on if any of you are trading to earning. Certainly, it's going to have some wild price action next week, and which is good for traders, right? But have to be careful. So enjoy the rest of the weekend, and maybe either I post a few more chart later on, or do some another video on some other stock. Maybe take a look at some of the gold or the energy stock. But for now, just go and enjoy and have a nice weekend, and good luck to you next week.